Hey guys, today I will speak about the source of our wisdom. Before we get deep into this, let us take an example of a real life incident in the life of a famous writer, Pablo Valle. He was in Japan and he was a teacher there. And once, when he was taking the classes, a student entered and he entered with a mask. His mouth was covered by a mask, and he thought to himself, why do people go to such extremes in this country to not get sick? Wearing a mask and all this is not required. So once the class was over and he went to the student and he asked him, why do you wear a mask? Are you so scared of getting ill or getting sick? Something like that. And he said, in Japan, whenever someone is affected by cold or something because of the weather change, we wear a mask so that the other persons don't get affected. So this reply stunned him. It actually embarrassed him. So this forms the basis of our topic, the stereotypes. We often reach to conclusions very prematurely, like we have those stereotypes in our mind based on the color, based on religion, based on how they act, based on how they walk, etc., etc. So these preconceived notions and assumptions that we have, based on which we become judgmental and often reach to a premature conclusion, this is what is called a stereotype. Let's take one more example. This stereotype can be positive and negative also, and both are equally damaging. It's not that positive is not damaging, even positive is damaging. We'll take one example to see that. Suppose you have come across a person with high authority, status and wealth. You often think that, okay, because he has authority, he has money, we should be fearful and submissive to him or her. This is, again, it affects your sense of self-worth and self-esteem. And you may also have a negative stereotype about that person, like he's a powerful politician and he must be a liar. And this actually breeds hatred and jealousy and all that. So, be it a positive stereotype or a negative stereotype, equally is damaging. I mean, these stereotypes don't let you to explore life. They limit you and your potential. Let's take examples of Darwin, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, or all these great personalities. They were great because they went against the conventions. They had their own thinking and they listened to their own inner voice. They didn't have those assumptions and they did not reach to those premature conclusions based on their assumptions. And that was their strength. I am also reminded of a scene in a movie where an English passenger is going in a train, and while he's getting down, he sees an Arabic man with a beard. He had a bag in his hand and he left the bag at a point and then he disappeared. And this English man was terrified. I mean, why is the bag lying there? And he went, he picked up the bag and he ran towards the owner and gave it to him in his hand. And he was surprised to see that the bag contained money, banknotes, and the Arabic man, he was so grateful to him. Okay, he thanked him so many times that thank you very much, you gave me this bag and all that. And then after a minute or two of their conversation, it was very funny. He actually murmured in his ear, the Arabic man murmured in the English man's ear, that please don't go to that American dinner restaurant at the Coventry Street. And this man was terrified again. Is there going to be an attack? And he was like, no, the dinner is shit and the desserts are even worse. So we tend to form these stereotypes, right, based on, say, for example, not all Hindus are tolerant. Not all Muslims are rigid. Not all Jews are orthodox. And not all Catholics are staunch. And not all those men in robes are fanatics. So before before we judge someone based on their external appearances, let's pause for a while and get to know them personally. And your opinion should be based on your first hand information you got and your own experience. This is how we avoid the stereotype. It helps you to explore your life better. And also, to conclude this, being non-judgmental is also a form of compassion. Compassion, as you all know, is a great quality to have as a human being. For you to spiritually evolve, you should practice compassion. So being non-judgmental is also a form of compassion, and compassion has a power to absorb the negativity, to dissolve the negativity, and you should practice compassion to know that. Thank you.